Hello everyone, welcome to Cellopedia, this is Maxim. Today we'll try solving a big problem, how to make shifts without being afraid of them. Yes, those scary long shifts, which sometimes make us to think, why don't I just take a big marker and draw the line across the fingerboard? But of course, there is no need to be afraid of shifts. Today I will explain you what you have to do to turn long shifts from your enemy to best friends, and we will work on few easy exercises which will help you to master this new skill even quicker. Okay, let's do it. No preparation, we'll go right away from E to E. I kind of made it, but I wasn't sure that I will succeed. And I felt like climbing a steep mountain with a heavy backpack pressing down my shoulders. Well, you would need to prepare to hike in the mountains the same way you need to prepare to make a long shift. And preparing the shifts means that you have to lead it with your arm and elbow rather than just fingers. You have to rethink it because we are concerned about pressing on the right spot on the fingerboard with our finger rather than paying attention to what our arm and elbow are doing. Now let's do it in a proper way. This time we'll do it slightly slower so you can observe it, and I will make sure that my shift will be led by arm and shoulder. Several things will have to happen. You'll have to make sure that you are gently lifting your arm and elbow right before starting making a shift, and that your thumb will automatically go in a higher position. Think about a stream of water going around a big stone. That stone will not stop its flow, rather will shape it in a different way, but water will still make it down the stream. Now I will do it again. If you like, you can try it with me together. If you play badminton, tennis, or baseball, you can visualize it using your experience. You wouldn't hit the ball just using the wrist and hand, but you would use entire arm in a swing. Now let's try doing it together. Why don't we change the notes? We'll make it from D with the second finger to D with the third finger. It is extremely helpful to keep your thumb close to other fingers in higher positions. Even if you are not going to use it right away, you will need it later on, and you don't want to think about its position when you have to use it. Of course, you don't want to make a big glissando, a slide, when you make those long shifts. So if you try to avoid that, your speed of the shift will be faster. It will require extra practicing, but you will have to use the same technique. When you need to make a big shift down, you will use the same technique, but of course in a reverse order. You will lead this shift with your arm, making sure that fingers are just following your arm and elbow. And of course you shouldn't forget about your thumb. It will have to go back to its original place in the lower positions, and that has to be done roughly after you cross this imaginary line which goes across the cello. Of course, this lesson is about left hand, but I should mention that you have to be very careful to avoid for your bow to get stuck too close to the fingerboard. If you keep it somewhere here, this is perfectly fine in lower positions. But once your left hand goes here, the active part of the string becomes much shorter. Therefore, you will have to compensate. Your bow should end up much closer to the bridge. And one of the easiest way to make it to work is to make sure that your bow is already closer to the bridge even when you play the note before the long shift. And now let's try several exercises. The first exercise would be actually playing without using a bow. Just choose any position you like, somewhere here, and make a shift. And just look what happens with your left hand. What you should observe is that you will start lifting your arm and elbow right away at the beginning of the motion, and that will help you to go around the body of the cello. One of the signs that you are not making a shift well is when you are actually hitting the cello while making a shift. Once you hear that noise, that means you need to adjust your technique. Your arm and your fingers have to glide on the fingerboard, and you shouldn't touch the body of the cello with your hand. And after you get used to this technique without making sound, it's time to go over exercises. And you can actually print those exercises out or download it to your device. I'll put a free download link in the description. And now, after you tried playing it on all four strings, let's summarize what you have to pay attention to. You need to start preparing your arm and elbow right before you are going to make a shift. That means you'll start lifting your elbow slightly, so when you are to move over the body of the cello, your hand will not touch it. And this way, your fingers will just follow the motion of your arm and elbow. I hope that lesson was useful for you. Please share your comments or questions. You can do it in comment sections for this video or join Cellopedia community on Facebook. And this way you can discuss cello-related issues with other cellists from all over the world. Thank you for watching. See you soon.